All right, so you're redoing your floors. You're picking out new carpet. You spend
Hmm.
all this time, thinking about the color, the texture, the pile, all that.
Yeah.
But then you kind of forget about the actual installation.
Right.
And that's what we're going to deep dive into today. Because a perfect carpet finish, well, honestly, it's more than just the carpet itself.
Absolutely.
And it can, make or break the whole look and feel of a room.
Oh, yeah.
So we're looking at a company called BCC, the British Carpet Company. They're based in Sydney, Australia,
Okay.
and they've been around for over 89 years.
Wow.
So I'm thinking they must know a thing or two about, getting this right.
Yeah, nearly a century in business. There's got to be
Right.
some wisdom there, some tricks of the trade.
Right. Like, what have they learned over all these years, all these decades, that can help us get a really amazing carpet finish in our own homes? I mean, when you think about it, carpeting Sydney homes for almost a century,
That's a lot of carpets.
that's a lot of carpets,
Yeah.
There's got to be some secrets there.
Definitely. Longevity like that speaks volumes, doesn't it? I mean, it suggests they understand not just the carpet itself, but the art of installation, all the nuances of it.
Right.
And they've got this installer they highlight, a guy named Tony who has over 40 years of
Oh,
experience.
wow. 40 years. That's like longer than some carpets even last. I mean, what kind of skills or what knowledge do you even build up over that long of a career?
I mean, just imagine, after 4 decades, someone like Tony, I bet he's seen it all. Every installation challenge you could think of. He'd know how different carpets behave in different situations, how to handle those tricky layouts, how to get that flawless finish that BCC talks about.
Right. It's like he's got that sixth sense about carpets.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So they talk about this precision and durability in their installation process.
Yeah.
But what does that really mean in practice? Because it sounds good on paper, in a brochure or on a website,
Mm.
but what does it actually look like?
Yeah, those are kind of buzzwords, you're right. But with BCC, it seems to go beyond marketing hype. Like they actually use a technique called power stretching.
Power stretching.
Yeah, they have these special tools. They stretch the carpet like as taut as it can possibly go before they secure it. Sounds intense, but it means the carpet's going to stay put. No wrinkles, no looseness over time.
Oh, that's smart. So it's like they're preempting any potential problems.
Exactly.
Okay, so another thing I noticed they use these extra wide carpets, like up to 460 centimeters wide, to reduce the number of seams.
Oh, wow.
Is that just about, aesthetics, or is there a practical reason for that too?
It's definitely both. I mean, visually, fewer seams means a cleaner look, right?
Right.
Especially in a big room.
Right.
But it's more than just looks. Every seam's a potential weak spot. That's where the carpet's most likely to wear down, to fray, or even, for gaps to appear over time. So using wider carpets, it's like creating this more unified and durable surface.
So it's almost like minimizing the potential for things to go wrong.
Yeah, exactly. A proactive approach.
I like that.
Yeah.
Now, they talk about this flawless foundation,
Right.
which makes me think it's not just about the carpet, right? There's more to it.
You're spot on.
Yeah.
BCC, they understand that a beautiful and long-lasting carpet, it all starts with what's underneath it, like building a house, right?
Yeah.
You need that solid foundation.
Right, of course.
So in this case, the foundation, we're talking about the underlay, the subfloor preparation.
So they really think about what's happening under our feet that we don't even see.
Yeah, it's crucial.
So what are some key things they do in terms of that foundation? Like, what do they focus on?
Well, for starters, they ensure that subfloor is completely level and smooth. Any imperfections are going to show through the carpet. They can cause uneven wear.
Uh,
And then there's the underlay itself. They choose the right type for each carpet and the specific installation. They factor in things like how much traffic the area gets, the level of cushioning you want.
so it really is a lot more involved than most people realize.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. BCC also says they're, quote, trusted by generations of Sydney families. That's got to mean something, right?
It does. I mean, that kind of statement really speaks to their reputation. That kind of word of mouth, especially spanning generations, that's powerful.
Yeah.
But, you got to remember, reputations, they're built over time
Mhm.
and things can change.
So longevity is a good sign, but it's not a guarantee.
Right. It's always a good idea to do your research, check recent reviews, things like that.
Yeah, good advice. Now, before we wrap up, I have to ask about BCC's virtual showroom. What do you think of those?
Virtual showrooms are, I think, a fantastic way to start exploring your options. Get a feel for what a company offers.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're looking at those, look for high-quality images. You want to see the texture, the details of the carpets. Zoom functions are essential. You want to get up close and personal with it. And ideally, they'll have some sort of interactive tool that lets you, visualize how different carpets would look in your own space.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So we've been talking a lot about carpet specifically, but even if you're not in the market for carpet right now, what's the bigger lesson here? What can we all take away from this?
Well, I think it highlights the importance of expertise in any home improvement project, whether it's carpets, tiling, electrical work, whatever. The person doing the installation, their skill, their knowledge, that can make or break the final result.
It really is about sweating the details, isn't it?
Oh, 100%. Sometimes those seemingly small details, those choices that are made during installation, those can have a huge impact on how well something looks, how well it functions, and how long it lasts.
Yeah. So next time you're planning a project, maybe you don't just focus on the materials themselves. Like, ask those questions. Ask about the installer's experience, their techniques, how they approach the work.
Yeah, don't be afraid to get into the nitty-gritty. You're making an investment, right?
Right. So that's something to think about, everyone. What questions can you ask to uncover that hidden expertise when you're hiring for a project? And for our city listeners, be sure to check out BCC's virtual showroom. We'll include a link to that in the show notes. All right, happy renovating, everyone.
Baby renovating.